Right, that's better. I've been for a wee now. Got to put the camera back on.
Hang on. Have you been, so you've okay, you've done your
I just went in your back garden, is that alright?
Evolutions. That's why the red currants haven't been growing this year.
That's the one. That's why they're now yellow.
I thought it was the cats, Trev.
No.
Are you on, by the way? Look, we're on. Hello everyone.
No, hang on a minute.
What?
If that's on, then I just...
Yeah, but you didn't... no. Hello everyone, welcome to BeerSweden Television. It's cold.
Blimey, it's slippery here.
It's slippery, it's cold, it's icy. I told you, Trev, you've got to be careful. Have you got your treads on? Have you got your chains on, your shoes?
Got my DMs as per.
I changed the tyres on my car recently so that now there should be no problem with me sliding around corners and hitting old ladies.
Yeah, it's terrible when it happens, isn't it? Because it puts dents in your motors, doesn't it?
Last year it was terrible. The amount of dents I got in my car was terrible. Never again.
They were getting away, weren't they?
Never again.
These old people.
They're too slow.
I know.
Anyway, that's not what we're here.
Can't you put a bowling pin sound on there?
I apologise. I do apologise to all the old age pensioners watching this video.
Well, that's going to be zero.
I also apologise to Old Age Concern and any other organisations that represent the silver foxes in our community.
Mind you, what is old?
Do not in any way condone people crashing into old age pensioners on pedestrian crossings or any other part of the highway system in here in Sweden or other countries.
Death Race 2000.
Right, listen, anyway, that we've...
Have you told people, by the way, that you've taken over all the post-production stuff? I know you've been putting it on the end, but have you told people?
No, not really, I haven't really.
I haven't got time.
No, I know, this is actually breaking news. Trev's been a little bit busy now.
So the last, what, 6 episodes?
Suddenly he gets busy and he starts, you know, suddenly his secretary can't talk to my secretary and it's
the one,
very difficult to get hold of.
Can't book times at all.
Very popular. So at the moment I'm actually editing, well, from this point on, or from a few episodes back, Trev.
I'm not really doing anything, I'm just turning the camera on.
You're just turning the camera on and just being your...
And providing my intellectual input.
I'm actually doing the editing, so if you see, certainly if you see the standard of editing increasing over the last few weeks, that's obviously because of me. Thank you.
Ding
anyway,
dong.
Listen, ding dong. Listen, the beer that we're going to try today is actually, I'm pretty excited about this one, Trev. It's a bit of an unusual one here. It came out, actually we're sort of still playing catch up a little bit, it came out a few weeks ago. But here's the beer in question. Fuller's have released a Past Masters
Hang on,
series.
that's my dad.
Is that your dad?
Who do you think you are? That's my dad.
It could be actually, because I mean this is London we're talking about. We're going back really over a century.
Oh, I'm my great granddad then.
Yeah, which one? No, I'll be your dad. Which is really what this is all about. Basically, Fuller's, Chiswick, that's West London, isn't it, Trev? That's the posh part. You don't come from there, do you?
No, not at all.
No, okay. But basically, they're a brewery, and they're one of the classic. They're one of the classic. In fact, one of the only London breweries, really, other than the new wave that just come up, or coming up now. Over 350 years, I think they've been brewing beer, Trev. So they really are one of the bastions, one of the pillars of the British brewing.
And they haven't mucked about too much. They haven't sold out and stuff, have they?
Haven't mucked about too much. They still produce some very, very classic, clean examples of British beers. I mean, you know, you've got Fuller's London Pride, for instance.
Lovely.
You see that quite a lot in the pubs these days. ESB, of course, definition of its style, almost, Fuller's. And they do lots of other ones as well. Golden Pride's quite a nice, strong ale.
My point is, even though they're big, they're not like industrial, are they? You know what I mean? They're not. Do you
They still
understand?
have a little bit of soul. You could call them very large craft brewers, couldn't you?
Yeah.
They still have a little bit of, well, a lot of passion in what they do, and you can see that in series like this. But they're basically what they've done, Trev, and here's what's pretty cool. Over the centuries, you know, obviously they've been keeping brewers' logs where they've actually written down all the ingredients that go into all their beers. And what they've done is actually they've gone back. This is kind of retro beer. They've gone back through that book to basically discover and revitalise some of the old recipes. And this particular one is the second in the series of the Past Masters. The first one I think was a double X bitter. This one is a double stout, 7.4%. I'll throw the stats up for you now. 7.4%, so a little bit pokey. A stout in style, of course. And I'm reading from the back here. It's taken from a recipe that was actually logged in the book on the 4th of August in 1893. How cool is that? Okay, and that's a time when stout meant strong. Okay,
as in a stout bloke.
Yeah, as in a stout, strong, robust, and that's really kind of what this this beer is all about. It's pretty much a heavyweight beer. Its signature ingredient is Plumage Archer barley. Don't know about that, Trev. Do know that it's carefully malted and kilned using 19th century methods. Okay, so I presume It's got lots of maybe some natural sort of firing and that sort of stuff. Dark brown and creamy, this beer balances a rich fruity aroma with smoky, bitter, sweet chocolate notes. Well, let's not take their word for it, Trev. I always say, let's dig in.
This is a new series, you say. Didn't Terry over at Beer Goggles Reviews do one of these recently? Didn't he do some?
He might have. Boys, he might have done actually.
I think he did, didn't he? Or some Fuller's beer, I think he did.
Very nice. Yeah, he did. I think it was a celebration on an anniversary.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah. This is. Oi.
Well, blimey, that's black.
Now,
no, it's not. No, it's not.
No, but again, it's kind of. It's actually pretty black, Trev. This is actually pretty black. Look at that. Look, well, that is a gorgeous looking thing, isn't it? Look at that. That really is. Now that's black. I'm going engine oil on that one. I'm calling that.
By the way, Terry, look at what we can do. Zoom.
Yeah, we can zoom. Oh yeah, that's right. And whirl. One-handed. Look.
Yeah, look at it.
Now look, and a beautiful head. And I mean, I'm seriously. You could probably actually float stuff on that. It really is. Big bubbles, sudsy bubbles there, gorgeous looking stuff. So do give it a whirl. Oh, smell-wise, Trev. Absolutely gorgeous. You've got some, again, there is some smokiness to it, they're absolutely right. I presume that's the malts, as they say, they actually say themselves, Fullers, that the heart of this beer, the soul of it, are the malts that's used there. And you're definitely getting that. So you should with a stout. Stouts, obviously, and I'm talking old world stouts, not the new sort of, you know, spangly American ones so much. But they don't. They obviously use hops in the mix. But really, the lead singer on these beers is and should be the malts to get that really dark, roasted, toasted complexity in it. And I'm smelling that there. There's chocolate, a puff of it, not too much. Bitter, dark, coffee, of course. There's a little bit of smoke. And a little bit of wood, actually, like old wet wood, which is good.
Which is what we're sitting on.
Yeah, exactly, pretty much. Let's try some. I'm hoping for some sweetness now, and there it is, and almost a bit of sort of acidity as well, like sour sweet, which is quite interesting. That's the first thing that hits me, I have to say. I haven't tried this beer before. Right in the glass here, you can see a little bit of stickiness there. Residual sugar's probably still in the beer there. I'm getting that the first thing. Quite milky, almost lactic, getting a little bit of coffee creamer type of action as well. You know, in the hotels, Trevor, you get those, on the planes, you know, you get those little things you can never bloody open. You open it, you never.
I've no idea what you're talking about.
Those little coffee creamer, you know.
Oh, them, right? Yeah, but I don't drink coffee and tea, do I?
You have to break the thing and you have to open it, and it's really, really hard, and then all of a sudden it just goes, and you spray it all over there. Yeah.
If you just said the barbecue sauce from McDonald's, I don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly the same thing. Yeah, but that's
coffee?
Not what I'm getting here. But that kind of creamy action.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And it kind of makes it fat, and it kind of fattens out the mouthfeel, and it kind of gives that slight sort of sheen, almost like of milk or cream over the top of it. I'm getting that. But it really is an elegant gentleman's club of a beer. It's British. It really does actually skreek bitter, sort of British sort of colonies to me. Old history. It actually tastes old in a good way. So I can totally get where it's coming from with this sort of past masters thing. Well,
Waterloo. First thing that popped in my head.
It doesn't taste of water. But anyway, I think it's a wonderfully elegant, sophisticated beer. That sweetness and that little acidity is going to work really well with certain types of cheeses, I would think. I'd love to put this up against an old vintage, really sharp vintage English cheddar. That worked really well with that sweetness coming in and just softening all that kind of crystallised salt in the cheddar. That would be absolutely gorgeous. But that's enough of that. In terms of rating, Trev, I'm going to go 4. 4.1. I'm going to go 4.1, Trev. I think it just deserves that 0.1. A great beer from Fuller's. Looking forward to the next in the series. Not quite sure when that's going to happen. But until it does, cheers and be us.